Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 19 of our Uncharted Expeditions Let's Play series, where today we are getting, I think I've already said this before, but we are getting creative. We are working on setting up our deployers. We're setting up mechanical crafters, crushing wheels, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get on started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful night, eclipse night, apparently, here in the world of TheAndrata. Man, I miss astral sorcery. Anyway, today we are working on continuing our progression here. We went last episode to the magnetic zone, which I don't have a portal. Oops, wrong place. I don't have a thing for, but I do have a thing over here. So went into the portal in between episodes, and I just hunted out some of those Notor dudes, the ones that come over and scan you. Not those guys, but yeah, they come and scan you and everything. These guys are really cool, actually, because when they scan you, what they'll do is they'll go around to other mobs and they'll show the other. Okay. They'll show the other mobs a hologram of you, which then those mobs will come and start attacking you because they saw you. You know, they got a scan of you and everything, which I think is pretty darn cool. But anyway, we came here, did the thing, killed some of those Notors, got some Notor gizmos and everything. So I think our next major goal is to get ourselves into create and get our crushing wheels, our mechanical crafters, and all of that stuff going, because in order to do any more progression, really, mechanical crafters is our next major bottleneck that we have going on for us. So this is my goal to work on today. I'd like to, I did go ahead and make this enlightened amulet, by the way. No idea what it does. I just made it that way. I don't know. I just had my inventory open. I'm like, oh yeah, let me make that thing. I don't know what it does, but it does something. It's enlightening me. I don't know. Maybe it gives us more experience, I guess, maybe, who knows? But anyway, with that being said, we have a couple of different things that I'd like to do. Now, the Fluxomagnet here, I'd like to get into this, and I've been talking about wanting a magnet for a long time, and then I realized magnet's going to require power, and we don't currently have a great way to get power. We do have dynamos and stuff. We could do something like a Stirling dynamo, but we don't have like a lot of coal, so like it's just getting power is going to be a pain. However, there is a quest chain. If we go into the magnetic caves, there's a quest chain following that where we can get power utilizing create. And I'd like to try this out because it sounds pretty cool. It's an electromagnet. You get a generator coil and you get carbon brushes, and it's literally an electromagnet. You surround it by magnets, and as it spins, it generates electricity, hits the brushes, and then we can send that power over to some other sort of block and everything like that. So I think that's pretty darn cool. And if we ponder on this, you can kind of see how that's going to work. Though we can skip ahead. Is there a skip ahead? No? Anyway, it builds up. You do the thing. You put the power. You do the thing. We'll watch that when the time comes because we're not working on it now. But anyway, we can get power through create by turning our rotational power into electrical power, RF. We'll probably need to set up its own water wheel for that. I imagine that it does say that it requires a lot of stress. So I'd set up its own water wheel, and then we'll see how things go from there, I guess. That's the fox. Jeez, that scared me. But anyway, that being said, I've been working on getting us some white chocolate. So I've been crafting up the white chocolate. I've got some cocoa. Oh, I got a whole bunch of crushed cocoa here, actually, ready to go so that we can do the thing if we need to with the basin and everything. So we've got 11 bars of white chocolate. So we are good to go to get our casings that we are going to need for our mechanical crafters. So the mechanical crafters, each recipe is going to make 3, and for the largest thing, I believe, is going to be the the crushing wheels, which requires 21 of these bad boys. Now there are 9,000 recipes in here because literally every recipe we have can be crafted inside of these. There are 64 of these recipes, though. I guess we need 25 total in order to craft the mechanical spawner, and it looks like 25 is the max, but we do have in machine frames. Okay, so we need 25, so we need to do that craft. Well, it makes 3, so 8, 9 times. We're going to end up with 27 of them. We have enough white chocolate to be able to do that, and we have enough Notor because I killed a few of those. So we're going to need a total of 9 of these, and then 9 of these in order to make this craft happen. So in order to get the mechanical crafter, we're going to need white chocolate casings. If you remember, that is a manual item application of gingerbread. Man, I forgot about the gingerbread, didn't I? That is wheat flour, ginger, and sugar water. Wheat flour. We need to mill up some wheat. Ginger, excuse me. And it's 4, ginger, and the sugar water. All right, let me get some more because I don't think we have any gingerbread. No, I forgot that you got to apply it to a gingerbread, not an andesite casing or anything. Let me get this gingerbread going, and then we'll be back. All right, ginger dough crafted. It really wasn't terribly too difficult. I just had to go bone meal the ginger. The only annoying thing bone mealing is I got to have the hoe in one hand so that I can break it, and then break it, bone meal it, break it, bone meal it. But really not terribly too difficult. Sugar water is the item of choice there and everything, so, or the liquid of choice. So backpack tank upgrade is fantastic having that. Okay, so we need to go ahead and get this put into gingerbread blocks, and now we have 9 of those. So let's go ahead and get our casings going. Curious, can I like vein apply this? No. Okay, well, I tried. But we can just go ahead and do this, and then we end up with the white chocolate casings. Okay. So with the white chocolate casings, we then need to go ahead and convert them over to, you know what? It's a good thing I made 9 because I need to make a deployer so that I can make this. Oh, man. I'm going to need 1 extra, aren't I? Yeah, I need 1 more so that I can make, because I'm going to end up being 1 shy when I go to actually do this craft. Because I need 1 of each. I need 1 to make, oh no, that's an andesite casing. Okay, good. Whew, I was about to say, the white chocolate casing to make the deployer is going to be a pain, but no, it's an andesite casing to do this. So in order to make this craft happen, I need to get an andesite casing. I need a rat paw, which luckily I've gotten a rat paw from killing the, I've gotten 2 apparently, from killing the plague doctors that come around. I bought a plague mask, by the way, last time I saw one, and some plague essence, because we used that last time. What did we use the plague essence for? It was something that we had to craft, if I remember correctly. Didn't we use this for something? Oh, we need it for the essence of the bees, yes. So when Plague Doctor came by, he was selling it for 8 emeralds. I bought some. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty simple. Anyway, so the only thing that we need for the deployer is an electron tube or a logistics mechanism. However, logistics mechanism looks like, oh, you know what? Okay, I think, is this going to be the way that we have to do this? Because here's the thing. I've been looking through the recipe, and in order to make an electron tube, we need a copper nugget, a Notor gizmo, but we need to deploy that in order to make this. And I'm like, okay, well, how do we deploy if we don't have a deployer? And then I looked at this logistics mechanism, and I saw this recipe, and it's like, okay, I still need deployers in order to do this. But I didn't see that there was a second recipe. Now, an incomplete one is this, which is this. Okay, so we need to craft this. Then we need to craft this. And then we need to deploy it 2 times onto this. And it's going to give us a 54% chance of actually making this logistics mechanism. Let's cross our fingers and hope we're in that 54, not the 46% side of things. So we need to make this. We need to make cogwheels. We needed 2 of those. We needed zinc nugget. We need an andesite alloy sheet, which is andesite alloy. Just smashed. Let's go ahead and just prep for failure, hope for the best, prep for the worst. We'll go ahead and just let that smash up. Now I'm going to grab the 1, which is going to reset this, but that's okay. Give me the 1 and then put those back on. Let those smash. So we got the andesite alloy, so we can go ahead and craft this. All it requires is some sort of slime, which we do have. So we have the incomplete crafting logistics mechanism. Now we need to craft it again, which means more cogwheels. The cogwheel recipe is just the fact that I don't have a lot of planks. Let's solve that problem. Get me some planks. There we go. Now I have redwood planks. We should be able to easily make the things. So that's you. And then now we should be able to do the incomplete logistics mechanism. Then we're going to utilize that here to make a logistics mechanism. And we got to smash it twice. So let's go ahead and grab this out of here. And yeah, we're smashing it 2 times. And hopefully we get lucky. And hopefully it doesn't take 10 years for it to happen either. Okay, so first smash is good. Okay, we have an incomplete logistics mechanism. One more smash. Everybody cross your fingers. Hopefully we get this. Because once we get one, we can craft other deployers. Yeah, we were in the 54th percentile. Yes, we're so smart. We got the 54% logistics mechanism. Bada bing, bada boom. We're good. Let's go ahead, get rid of this, because now we can do this and make 2 deployers for the price of 1. And with 1 deployer, we can now go ahead and make electron tubes. So let's go ahead. It's going to be super slow, but we'll set it up over here along with this guy. I should work on making myself like a precision mechanism to speed this whole system up. Can you hook up proper? Can you please hook up with your power? I don't have the wrench. Can I make the wrench? I could make the wrench. All right, I guess we're gonna be making the wrench. Give me 3 gold. Because it's not placing it properly, which is annoying. What if I did this, and then I did that? Well, now it placed properly at least. Doesn't it need? It needs 2 blocks anyway, though, so that's not going to work unless I put the thing down here, which I guess I could. That way I just don't have to route power up, because I'd have to get a gearbox and then route power up top, and I don't feel like doing that. So let's just go ahead and do this, and we'll get a... It's actually going to be kind of annoying, isn't it? Because the water is going to be in the way. Let's get this. Does that clear the water out? No, because these are slabs. You... I should have just used full-size blocks for this, but whatever. There. Now, if I place the cobblestone in there, no more water. Okay. So we're going to need to get a... Excuse me? What was I making these for? Oh, the wrench, which I actually guess I don't need anymore, but we'll go ahead and make it anyway. Just so that we have it. We can go ahead and throw it in our backpack, make sure that we remember it. Bam. Okay. So we're going to need a basin or a depot. Throw that right here. I don't want that to happen because that means it's going to dump the items out. I believe I can turn that off. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is get these electron tubes is what we're looking for, right? In order to make the mechanical crafter, we're going to need 9 total electron tubes. So that means we're going to need copper nuggets. Nine of those. And then we need our notor. So we're going to place the copper nuggets on here. And then we are going to put the notor gizmos in the hand. There we go. And it should do the thing. Is this not supposed to be down 1? Did I make a grave error here? Not super grave, but did I make an error? I thought I had to have a 2-block gap, though. It's a 2-block gap if you're going to be planting. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, we got electron tubes, and now we have a hole. That's okay. All right, electron tubes being crafted. Now, with those electron tubes, we can go ahead and... Let's look at what's it going to cost to make a precision mechanism. Because with the precision mechanism, we can make the rotational speed controller. and then that would allow me to tear all of this down and speed everything up. It would require another white chocolate casing, but that's easily handled. I have, oh, you know what? I actually have extra white chocolate. It's the ginger that I would be short on. But we can go, I can easily make ginger. Okay. Yeah. Definitely making a rotational speed controller in between episodes here. Speed up this whole system so that everything can be running off of super fastness. Okay, we got 27 electron tubes. Oh, I forgot that made 3 per craft. Well, we ended up with a lot of electron tubes, more than we need. But that's okay, because I'm sure we'll use them in the future. So then I just need crafting tables. 9 of those. Can we just use, I intentionally put the redwood in here so that way we could utilize the redwood. Stop being complicated. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Mechanical crafter, bam. 27, and we need a total of 25. So a 5x5. All right, mechanical crafters acquired. Now, again, like I said, we're going to want our own power system for this. So let's look at the water wheel, but let's look at upgrading that to this, Nautilus shells. How do we get Nautilus shells? We crush amber. We get it from barrels. We ended up, the reason that we had Nautilus is because we found it in a Nautilus shell block. If we get a sifter, we have a 5% chance if we sift sand. Do we think the mechanical crafter is going to be able to be powered off of 1 water wheel? It would be very slow, but would it work? I don't know, because it's low impact, but it is small capacity. Well, the only way to find out is to find out. That was real creative there in verbiage there. The only way to know is to know. So where do we want to set this up? This kind of, I mean, our create stuff is over here. Honestly, I just want to set this up temporarily and see how it's going to work. My base design is starting to get a little bit, well, not so great anymore. That's good. This is not. But we would need a 5x5 space so I can set this up, I guess. I guess we'll just do it here, and then we'll figure out where I want to put it later. Okay. Wait, that's 25, right? Oh, that was only 4. All right. Building up. Okay. So we got our mechanical crafters. Now I need to get power into them, which means they need a cog wheel. Place the cog wheel here, and then I can place my water wheel here, and then give it some water. No, because I need to block the water off from one side. Overstressed. Okay. So yes, this cannot handle it. I thought that was going to be the case. Maybe, what is the cost of water wheels? Could I make another one? A Heart of the Sea? I think I have a Heart of the Sea, but I'd really rather not use the Heart of the Sea if I can avoid it. I only have one. And I don't have extra crab tracks. But would 2 water wheels be able to handle this? Like, how many can 1 water wheel handle? I guess that'll answer our question if 2 could handle it. Still overstressed? No, now it's working. Yeah, now it's spinning. Now it's working. Let's add, so that's 15, 16. Okay, so 1 can handle 16. So if I got another one, it would work. All right, let's get another water wheel. Again, I wanted to upgrade it to the bigger one because the bigger one would work because it can generate more stress, but we don't have that capability at the moment. So let's just go ahead and make a smaller one. palisades. It doesn't have to be rotten. It can just be any sort of palisade, which is just 2 logs side by side. And I'm sure there's probably better power options for me at the moment with Create, but like a windmill. But in order to make the windmill, I need this. I need Mechanical Crafter, if I remember correctly. There we go. Okay, so that can run 32 of those total. Yeah, in order to make the windmill, I looked into making a windmill. In order to make the windmill sails, you need to have this. Oh, you need windy air. Actually, we have windy air. I could set up a windmill for this and utilize a windmill instead. I wonder how much stress a windmill will be able to create. I do have a mechanical bearing or a windmill bearing too, if I remember correctly. No, I have a mechanical bearing. In order to convert it to a windmill bearing, I would need 4 windy air plus wind vanes, which is not too bad. And I also have the windy air. That is a capacity of medium. Maybe we'll look in doing a windmill. But for now, this is working, right? That works. It kicks them all on. Everything works. It doesn't look the greatest, and it's not in a very good spot, but it works. So what we need to do is switch all these to make sure that everything... Oh, man. There we go. Faces down. And then I have everything go to the center. There we go. So everything dump, 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 and then boom, 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 moves down and into the center. So everything will get crafted there. So with that, we are able to get our crushing wheels. Our crushing wheels are going to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 andesite alloy. Should be able to do that. On top of that, it's going to require 4 planks and 1 stone. Any sort of planks and stone. Okay, so the stone goes in the... Now this, I got to remember that this is set up for 25, not 27 or 21. So just the corners are going to be empty. In the cardinal directions, we have the planks. And then everywhere but the corners, we will have the andesite alloy. Good. We get a button. And we kickstart it. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. It's going to be very slow, but it's going to do the craft, and we're going to end up with our crushing wheels. So those will come down here, and then those will move down. And then I could have had everything move towards like the center, which might have been a good idea, because then the bottom would be working at the same time as the top. And then everything comes out of the middle block, but whatever. Anyway, so they're going to come down, it's going to do the thing, and then we'll end up with a crushing wheel at the end of everything. So in between episodes, I'm going to try and get this area looking a little bit nicer. I don't have any way... maybe next episode we'll work on setting up a windmill so we can get some better rotational power. I'll have to see what's better, the big wheel or a windmill. And then from there, we can go ahead and set up, because we're going to need a pretty decent amount of power for these crushing wheels. The crushing wheels aren't the cheapest in stress, right? It's a high stress impact. But with these crushing wheels, it does open up a lot of capabilities for us to get more resources. Like, for example, that crimsite that I got a while ago, I could crush that, and that helps me get iron. There's just, a lot of stuff. 189 total recipes that the crushing wheels are used for, including some of those recipes that we were looking at that we were needing to do, which I cannot remember what they are right now, and I'm not clicking through all of these to figure it out. But we definitely needed crushing wheels, right? What is this? A mechanical roller? Clearing and paving? Oh, that's kind of cool. Clear blocks like a drill. Like how they put a bird on top of this thing. Okay, cool. You can pave, you can replace blocks, it does cool things. Okay, so we got the crushing wheels going. We've got our mechanical crafters going. I think that's pretty decent progress for this episode, actually. Those are two pretty big things that we got now. Plus, we got deployers. I like it. In between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make our rotational speed controller. I'll probably go ahead and make this windmill bearing too, seeing as we have everything that we would need for it. We've gotten windy air. I traded a whole bunch of like just tools and stuff from that mod, Bumble Zone. If you trade the armor or the tools, everything gives you windy air. So I don't have like a lot, but I have an okay amount. I have 7 of them, which will allow me to make some of the windmill sails too, right? Because those require 1 per. Yeah, 1 per, and that gets me 8 total. So, and the more sails that we have up to a certain point, I'll have to look up what that is, but that we get rotational power from that. So we have a windmill bearing. I'm going to go ahead and make the rotation speed controller. I'm going to make a precision mechanism. We can handle this. We got a telecore from the mod. We actually have quite a few of these. But the precision or the rotation speed controller is great because it's going to allow me to speed up our machines or speed up the thing down there. All of these machines, I can hook them all up onto one chain. Then I no longer need to have this going on. I don't have to have this whole do. I can just set up the rotation speed controller over here. Power comes out of there. All the machines can be hooked up off of that, and it will all speed up based on that, which is going to make things a lot easier for us. I could even make a second one since I have 9 of these telecores. I can make one for this, though it will not work because we have only those. But if we get the windmill and everything going and some other power, it'll be great. So yeah, I think that's a good stopping point for us today. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Tips, tricks, suggestions with create and all that stuff here. Let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.